What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So it's been quite some time, but now we're back with yet another lockbox opening video. I absolutely love these, and thankfully there's still a lot of my viewers out there watching my videos that still likes a good old lockbox opening. So before we go ham and pray to RNGesus that we will get something good out of these boxes, big thank you for all the support on the retail gold guide, the 0 to 10 million gold guide. Now, this book is almost 4 years old, but whenever there's a new patch or new expansion, I update the gold guide so it always stays relevant. And the same thing now when we have the War Within closing in. So if you get the gold guide, don't worry, I will update the exact same gold guide for the War Within, featuring the best farms that expansion has to offer. So right now, by using the discount code STUDENT, you can get it for 50% off, and whenever it's updated for the War Within, I just send that version automatically to your email completely for free. So make sure to check that out with the link down below in the description. Now, what I always do on these openings is open up my loot appraiser, just so it's kind of easier to notice if I get something like that's interesting. Right now, these boxes, the Barnacle lock boxes, they have the transmog set such as the Slither Shell. Now, this is a unique item, so it's quite good. It's worth keeping, worth to put up on the auction house. Deep Tight is another set. Wave Crash, once again, it's still unique. Doesn't have the best price because I play on a realm where there's a lot of gold farmers. But what I love about these chests is that they're farmed in Nasitar when you're farming transmog, and they contain like pretty much every single item that you're there to get, like through farming, but you can also get them out of the lock boxes. So you'll see that a lot of these items I have a tree on the auction house of, which is my post cap, but there's still going to be some of these items that I don't have up on the auction house at all, because most likely I've sold them or I didn't get them while I was farming there. So now I'm getting them through the lockbox instead. So that's absolutely great. Now, if there's an item worth 50 or 100 gold, I'm going to mark it as trash and I can't be arsed to spend time on it due to the relatively high posting cost. Or if it's an item that shares a lot of appearances, then it's also going to be a no-go. But these chests, they also give you like some gold, raw gold, like around roughly probably 40 gold on average. Not that I really care about that though, but I know that there's a lot of people out there that does care about it because they don't have too much gold. So at least it's a nice bonus, because doing the farm itself also gives you like roughly 10,000 gold raw as you're farming for transmog. Something like this is really good, like the frostbitten bow right here for from WoD. That's a unique bow, currently selling for 12,000 gold in my realm. But it's not the most exciting items, though. Like, that being said, they're not the most exciting items, even though they are considered good. But the boxes are still definitely worth opening. Now, a similar box to this is the Ghost Iron boxes from Panda. They also contain raw gold, so a lot of people open up those. But besides from the raw gold that they have to offer, the box itself is pretty damn bad. It's so dull. The loot inside is absolute garbage, so I don't even open those. They're, ooh, another frostbitten bow, nice. The boxes are super easy to get. I could do an opening like every other day probably if I kept the Ghost Iron boxes. But yeah, they're relatively bad. So I don't keep those and I don't open up those. But now we're going to be done with the WoD and the Panda boxes. Just got to go quickly a vendor. And a couple of questions that I always get asked when I do these videos is, first of all, where do I farm lock boxes? And it's the same boring answer every single time. Like, I don't go for like to a specific location to farm lock boxes. Ooh, Tisselty. I've sold a bunch of these. So now I'm completely sold out. The price has gone down, but they sell fast, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just like whenever I do a gold farm, I save all the lock boxes from those gold farms, but I never specifically, another one, nice. I never specifically farm for the lock boxes, though. That's just a bonus while trying to farm for whatever I'm after in the first place. Now let's see. A lot of these boxes have the Tisselty from the what is it, like 1007 patch. It was like reintroduced to the game. It's not too hard to get, but there's a lot of people who miss it in their collection. So there's a lot of people who don't have it and that's interested in buying it. But you obviously want to get the bigger patterns and plans out of the lockbox. There's like the majority of the gold that I've made out of these lockboxes, and I've opened up like tens of thousands of lockboxes, and it mainly comes from plants and patterns and recipes, etc. And then on a solid second place, you're talking like epic and blue items. There is good green items by all means, but I prefer to open up like the boxes that comes out of like classic WoW, because there's a bunch of good patterns and plans from that expansion. And then of course TBC lockboxes as well, because they can contain epic patterns and plans like world drops. That's really good. They also got really good world drop epic items from TBC, like not only patterns and plans. Right now it's pretty dull though. There's not that many interesting things. I mean, the Thistle Teas are good and they sell. I've sold them in the past, as you can see according to my TSM data, but I want an epic or a blue, something of interest, something that's fun to get, something huge. Now, the best overall item that you can get from lockboxes would be opening up a classic lockbox and getting something like the rich purple silk shirt pattern. It's a tailoring pattern, and it's one of those patterns that tailorers need in order to get the new profession achievement. So that's like market value of 1 million golds, like the holy grail. You can also get that through world drops by farming something like Uldaman or RFD, for instance. But right now, these boxes is first opening in quite some time. And it looks like I'm going to make all my gold from Thistle Tea and the Nasyatar BFA transmog. That's another Thistle Tea. Let's see. No, that's not good enough. 2 boxes left. And nah. Yeah, the majority of the transmog. I mean, my loot appraiser says that I made 515,000 gold. That's obviously not going to be the case. A lot of it has a way higher market value than what I will be able to sell it for. But the Nasyatar boxes and the WAD boxes really saved me on this this opening. They will do well. The Thistle Tea, even though I just sell them for like 4,000 or 5,000 gold each, it all adds up to the point where it's definitely worth opening up, taking the time to open up these lockboxes. Like, now that I'm back fully farming on retail, there should be more lockbox opening videos coming like shortly, in a good amount of time between each other, so you don't have to wait like 6 months like you've done now. But with that being said though, that's pretty much it for today's video. Don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide now that it's on 50% sale using the discount code STUDENT. Link down below in the description. And of course, for gold making videos in general and lockbox openings and whatnot, just make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that way you'll be notified as soon as my next video drops. With that being said, appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.